But today we're gonna play a classic, and this is in honor. It's not new to me. A lot of our games we've been playing are ones that are brand new to me. I have played this quite a bit, in fact. But we're gonna play this because supposedly, if there's not any further delay, March, in just a little while, we will have Slay the Spire II. Slay the Spire II. Yes, it's happening. So, anyway, thank you so much for the raid, Rooster. You need to enlighten me though a little bit here. What is this Billy battle? I take it there's more than is it multiplayer? Like, what's happening here? And meanwhile, I think I've got everything set here. So what I was also going to do is I was briefly, because I'm multi-stream, I put this out on YouTube. Not that many people in the world have not heard of this, but just in case somebody is ever like, hey, I've heard all of this news about Slay the Spire II. What is Slay the Spire? What is a roguelike? What is a deck builder? I was just going to briefly mention that sort of things too. You just played a guy called Billy in Mechabellum. It was the Billy battle. Okay. All right. Did you go easy on him? Did he win? Did you lose? We're all waiting in suspense. I literally just started the stream, so this is why I'm not actually in the mode yet, so that we have time. Normally we don't have time. The line of sabers. Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't fired it back up in a little while. Good old Bellum. All right. Well, everyone, I am glad you are here. If you are unfamiliar with me, I am Pastor Druski, and I like to play family-friendly games with good, clean fun. Today, as you can see on screen, we're playing some Slay the Spire. This is a roguelike deck builder, turn-based roguelike deck builder, and those are terms that if you know what they mean, it makes perfect sense, and if you don't, then it's just a foreign language. And so what we're talking about here is it's going to be a game where it's a card game. First of all, and that's the deck building part. You're going to start with a small group of generic cards, and over the course of the game, you're going to build this into something that hopefully resembles a plan, a combo perhaps. And part of the deck building is usually going to involve what we call card cycling. So in a normal card game, you have a hand of cards, you play your cards, and they're gone. They're just gone forever whenever you play it. In a deck builder, you're going to have only a few cards. When you play them, they do go into a discard, but you will shortly run out of new cards to draw. When that happens, you actually just shuffle and recycle the discard and draw them again. And so what this means is you can actually have a lot of control if you're able to decide what goes into the deck and what goes out of the deck. You have a lot of control over your deck in a deck builder on what cards are likely to appear. And so this can be leveraged into a lot of fun mechanics, particularly in a game like this, where you can kind of have a theme around a certain way to or a play style on different things. So that's the deck building side. The roguelike side, again, you're all gamers, you know what this means, but this is going to be a game where it's permadeath. It's different every time you play. And so it's all of those, checking all those boxes of that. There's some meta progression and whatnot. And so I have here a generic Pastor Druski account just so I could start a new one just to show without spoilers, but then we're going to go right into, I'm going to load up my main character, and we're going to try to see if we can't finish the game, because I've never finished. I got the highest you can get is Ascension 20 per character, and of these 4 blocks, which is representing each character, I've done it on 3. And so the goal for this stream, and if we continue, will be to reach the highest on the 4th one, which I have yet to do before the release of Slay the Spire II next month. Yeah, and Rooster's excited, so that means we're all very excited here. So I'm just for anyone who's brand new, we're just going to look at the basic mechanics. We have a character. There's going to be a map progression here. This is not as important as it might make it seem. But, you've got enemies, you've got shops, you've got random events, and you have a little bit of say over on how this is going to play out. This is, again, part of it being a roguelike. This map is different, a different generated map every time. Well, we're not going to go far, and the game's going to show a tutorial here. I'm not going to look at it because we're going to show you together. Here is my hand of cards as I described. To the left, I have my other 5 cards in a draw pile. which you can even see what is there. You don't know what order they're showing up in. And to the right, when I play my cards, they're just going to get discarded. Whether I use them or not, they're going to go to that right pile, and then we're going to draw new ones and shuffle and just cycle. It's just going to be a cycle. My character's on the left with 80 health, 2 enemies on the right, same enemy class, but different health per, and they have a special power that whenever they receive attack damage, they will gain some block, which will prevent, it's a shield. And you can also, fortunately, see what they're planning on doing. This one is going to do something strategic. Usually it means a debuff on me, and the other one is going to try to do 5 damage on me. Now, we've got 3 strikes, a bash, kind of a special card for us, and a defend. You notice the defend, gain 5 block. Well, that's how much damage we're going to inflict. We want to block it. And you'll notice the 1 here, that's how much cost it is. It's a very simple game. For 1 energy, I have 3 total. For 1 energy, I can play this card. And now we're not going to take any damage because damage is persistent from level to level. And now I've got a couple cards remaining. And if you recall, this is the first time, once per combat, they can block. And so we have to decide, are we going to try to use up, are we going to try to hit the same guy multiple times? I only have 2 energy left. The bash does 8 damage and applies a debuff for 2 turns. Or we can hit 2 enemies, each one for, no damage because they're going to block it, but then they lose that effect. And because I am ignoring the damage coming in, I'm just going to take the turn to inflict the damage here. The block will go away after 1 turn. That was my turn. The enemy gets to respond. And this is essentially the cycle of the game. So they've reduced my attack damage by 25% for 2 rounds. I get to draw the rest of my cards. I'm going to get hit for 5 again, so let's block again. But now they no longer have the ability, and I can potentially hit... No, it's only 4. I can't actually kill anyone. So we can focus, though, if we wanted to. This one has less health. So we can say you're down to 1, and my turn. And this is the big deck builder moment after they attack me, because these 10 cards are just going to be shuffled and brought back over to the other side. Got it. There it goes, and now we have the same few cards. These are very basic, defend and attack, with that 1 special. And you'll notice I got this guy low just in case he'd be attacking next turn. So now, rather than defending, I can just finish him off, and so forth. And this is the premise of the game. Once we finish the battle, I'm just going to exit out, and we're going to load up a real game. We're going to play that out, and hopefully that's a good primer for anyone who might be interested. The game is... there's so much more to it, right? There's money, like you just see me picking up. There's potions that I can use throughout the battle. This gives me extra cards. You can add new cards to your deck, which is the whole thing about building the deck builder. And so I can make big themes around what it is going to be. Do I want high block cards? This anger card is free to play, and a new copy of it will add every time I play it. So my whole deck will end up becoming these anger things, reset each battle. Or once I have high block, I can actually use that as an offensive thing. Or I could skip because I like a small deck. We're not keeping this, so I'm just. Oh, it's forcing me to do it because it's a tutorial. And then also for fun, there's a whole row up top of what are relics, and so these are going to add a feature that might define your build. In this case, at the end of combat, we always heal for 6. So that's kind of a basic overview. And now I'm going to abandon that run and die. And we're going to unlock a new character for having done hard work of playing 1 battle. I'm going to switch over to my main. Hopefully that was informative so everyone can kind of enjoy this together. So we're going to start our character. Now I'm going to click that same guy, but you'll notice I actually have down here a new button called Ascension. After you beat the game, and I think you have to beat... It's been years since I've really played this a lot. After you beat the game and then beat like the secret... you can then unlock Ascensions, which start at level 1, and then that scales up to 20, which I have done on this one, and this one, and this one, but not on this one. And that's probably because this is my least favorite character. Ziska, I've only done it on 3. That's why we're here. That's why I need you. I need all of you, because together, this is my least favorite, I am the least capable with this one, the least skilled with this one, and so therefore it also is one that came out as I was basically done with the game. Like I finished these 3, and then they added a new content patch with this one. I was like, I just finished the game, and so I never really got the time to come back and play more. So I'm the least familiar with it. but I have gotten to Ascension level 4. You have to beat it each time in order to get the next one. I don't know if there's a way to show all of the lists. I think surely there is. Well, you can see for each Ascension, and these stacks. So the level 1, elites spawn more often. Level 2, normal enemies are deadlier. But the first level is still in effect. And so 3 elites are deadlier, and now bosses are deadlier. So they're gaining more skills, or their damage output is higher, whatever it might be. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So we've done it all these other characters. I loved all these other characters. And maybe if I get frustrated, we'll jump to one of these just for funsies. But this is the goal, is to get this character beat before Slay the Spire II launches next month. Here we go. And don't worry about the giant whale here. It's friendly. I brought you back. Now, you get a choice to mix things up. You can kind of have different ways to start. If you have a poor showing, you get fewer choices like this is. But if you can get to the first boss and beat the first boss and then die or whatever, you'll have a few other options. Maybe get a better relic or something. And it might seem like an obvious thing. Well, you can have max hit points all the time. 3 enemies, 3 combats only have 1 hit point. Maybe that's not a big deal to you, but I like to check the map. And why I do that is because this is different every time, and sometimes you might just get a layout like so, where you've got an enemy, or unknown. This could be an enemy, but it could just be an event. We hope only an event. Another enemy, and remember, it said your next 3 combats have 1 hit point. 1, 2, and if we follow this path now to the left, 3, I can take on an elite who would only have 1 hit point. We're going to try. We're going to try. So that's going to be the plan. The way that it'll be thwarted is, 1, I could just die because I'm bad at this character. But 2, we could also have these unknowns just end up being enemies. If they are, then that will be our 3rd battle, and we won't get to do this. And if I were really, or I could go off here, and I could go this way, if we really want. If we decide that's better. I don't think it is better because we actually miss out on elite. You got to do all the elites. That's more relics. Relics are fun. Part of my problem with this game is I end up every time, it doesn't change. Every time I end up playing for fun, not for efficiency, because I'm like, this card, oh, that card's fun. I just want that card. The relic, it's a fun relic. And so I don't do the pare your deck down to like 2 cards. So that way it's like this infinite cycle and all of these things. And I know that you can, but I'm just not, that's not fun to me. I want to have like all the things. I like them. And so anyway, that's going to be our plan. And we're going to do the enemies in next 3 combat. We're going to hope for the best. We do have, for those unfamiliar with the class, at the start of each combat, we'll add a extra card, a miracle into our hand, which will be 1 extra energy. Let's go. So we got a new relic that's going to have this countdown of our first 3 combats. What's the fire elite? Oh, well, yeah, let's show you. So you're talking this guy. This guy. So I mentioned there's a secret. There's a couple secrets in Slay the Spire. So off on the corner here, you'll see this triangular shape. Those, and spoiler alert, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, time out. Avert your eyes, close your ears if you're not trying to have any spoilers. But there's a door, a mysterious door that needs 3 keys to open. You get them from 3 different methods. One method is by defeating an extra strong boss, an elite rather, technically, to get 1 key. The other ones, you don't have to do the elite thing, it's through a different method. But that's how you get 1 of the 3 keys. And so if I decide to skip this, because it's not required to beat the Ascension, and I generally don't want to do an extra difficulty if I don't need it for the Ascension. But if I skip it, there will be 1 of those on every floor. So I can skip it now and do it the next floor if I feel like that's appropriate. All right, meanwhile, let's get going. All right, remember everyone has 1 health. These abilities, this is a different class than what I just did the demo for. So if you were wondering, what the abilities were on that guy, I didn't go over it because I knew we weren't going to be playing it. This character, as I said, is going to be a little bit more complicated. You still have the defend and strike. So we do 6 damage, 5 block. We can kind of decide. I can play a block right here. We're just going to attack both of them because they only have 1 health. That was the whole idea. These miracle cards, if I don't play it, unlike the rest, this will not be discarded. And so I can hold on to them each turn. I would gain an energy for each. They're 0 cost. But they do have this other text called Exhaust, which means once it's played, it's permanently out of your deck. It's a one-time use card. But right now, not a big deal. And then, of course, you're wondering, what's the special card? This does 9 damage, costs 2 energy, 9 damage, and then it says this, you enter Wrath. This is a stance. You have a couple of different stances you can take with this character, and depending on what stance you're in will modify how your cards behave. Certain ones, they'll tell you. And so in this stance, in Wrath, all my damage that I deal will deal double damage, but also all the damage I receive will be double damage. So Wrath is very dangerous, high risk, high reward. We're not playing it yet. We're just going to move on. Okay, grabbing that, grabbing the block, adding a card. Okay. Now remember, I am not good with this character. Weave costs 0, deal 4 damage. Whenever you scry, another mechanic we don't have access to just yet, return this from the discard pile to your hand, which means I can play this many, many times in a row, especially if we stack a bunch of these. So that's possible. You also know there's a rarity here. These have a blue border, gray border. This is a common card, rare. Swivel gains 8 block. The next attack you play costs 0. So even though this costs 2, it's really essentially giving me a free attack, assuming I would play an attack, and you're getting a little bit more block than had you played a regular one. That's okay, and especially if I decide to play an attack that costs more than 1. I currently only have that one special card I showed you, but we could play around that. That's something you could potentially use to build. The Flying Sleeves, you can hold on to this. That's retained. It doesn't get discarded, and it deals 4 damage twice. That's not a lot of damage on the face value, but you can increase your strength, which means your base damage goes up by a certain amount. So it can be a lot, but we're not going to... It's common, right? We're here for fun cards. So I'm kind of leaning towards this... No, actually, I'm leaning toward the Weave. We're going to go for the Weave. And then we're going to hope that these are not battles, so we don't use up our thing. All right, it's an event. The Living Wall. As you come to a dead end, begin to turn around. Walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. So, we can do one of these 3 things. We can remove a card from our deck, transform a card in our deck, or upgrade a card in our deck. This is very interesting. We're going to look at our deck. At the beginning of the game, these cards are all you have, but they are very weak. You don't want these cards in your whole thing. So generally speaking, the remove card from your deck is the most powerful option long term, right? Now I try to alternate whether I'm dropping a defend or a strike. I don't want to drop all of one and leave all the other unless I already know what the rest of my deck is, which we don't. So I would alternate one and the other. Because, oh no, I didn't even notice we had the vigilance because of the calm thing. We did gain an extra damage dealer, so potentially we could drop the strike or something, but I'll alternate if I drop. Alternatively, instead of dropping, we could transform it, but it's a random card. What's it going to be? It could be useless, I don't know, but chat tends to think that sort of thing is exciting. Or we could upgrade a card, which is also potentially very interesting. I could look at a card. Let's look at a basic card first. View the upgrade, and it's a strike plus, and it got 50% stronger. Right? Same cost, and it's 50% stronger. But what else do we have? We have defends. That could be an 8 block instead of a 5. Or that eruption card would lower its cost to 1, which is actually very important. That 2 is a prohibitive cost on it. So this would make it much more playable. Similarly, I think... No, this one is just 12 block. It's massive. The new one we just picked up would do 6 damage instead of 4. Doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, the whole point of this card is to play it multiple times. That's a 50% damage increase. So, and also for those who are unfamiliar, if you do all the secret stuff, you can also get beta art, which is kind of cool. So this is like before they hired an artist, I guess. You know, all these different things can have beta art. Like this was Eruption. And like it's you know, it's fun. But I don't want it though. I want the beta art off. Turn it off. Off. I forgot it's toggle for each card. Okay. So I think we'll do the transform because I think for chat that's the most fun. It's still going to remove a card that is useless because we're going to turn it into something else, but we don't know what it's going to be. So here we go. And I have to click confirm. The halts! It's a common. So gain 3 block. If you're in Wrath, gain 9 additional block, which actually can be handy if I do decide to play a Wrath-focused build. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward and our next battle. And once again, with only 1 health, there's nothing really to do here but kill it off. Get another potion, another card. Retain, gain 5 block when retained, increase it by 2. Get a lot of freebie cards as an option. There's another halt. Like, we could really play these halts, or I could do this Just Lucky. I think there's a card, maybe I'm thinking of the Defect, but I think there's a card that will bring all the 0 costs back into my hand. This one's fun because it does both. It does block and damage, and Scry lets you see your next card and potentially just be like, yeah, I'm going to discard that one. So that's interesting. We could have multiple halt cards. That way we know like we're going to have a good chance for it to get the block and play Wrath, and I think that's going to be fun. We'll actually try to play Wrath. But now we need to get 2 non-combats in a row. There's one. There's one. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. No. Upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do you do? We can get the banana for healing 24 hit points. We're not hurt. The donut will increase our max hit points by 5, or obtain a relic and become cursed with regret. A negative card will be added to my deck. I could use a remove card tool like we just passed to get rid of it, but until that happens, regret is just miserable, because at the end of your turn, you're going to lose hit points equal to the number of cards in your hand, which could be up to like 5-6 cards. But you get a relic, and relics are fun, and chat's here for fun, so we're going to click the box. Okay, we got the Toxic Egg. Whenever we add a skill to our deck, which we're early run, so we're going to add a lot of skills, I would presume, it's going to be the upgraded versions, which is really cool. So you grab the box, inside you find the relic. You really crave that donut, so you're filled with sadness, but mostly regret. And we are going to regret that donut as we fight for life and limb. The donut is what is going to be our number 1 regret as we continue playing. And we got a shop. Okay, it wasn't a battle, it was a shop. All right. You'll notice that the skills, which have a square base and say skill, these are attacks with the, what is this, rhombus? I can't think of the trapezoidal base. They're all plus now because of our new thing. So the Meditate puts 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand and retain them. Enter Calm, end your turn. So this is a nice way to exit the Wrath stance, because we also get to have extra cards. This does end my turn. Or we can get 10 blocks, shuffle an Insight into your draw pile, which Insight is nice. It's another way to draw even more cards. So this is on sale even. It costs 22. We have the signature move. Can be played only if this is the only attack in your hand. I don't like limitations like that, which is actually kind of why this whole character I don't work very well with. Another end your turn. So 12 damage to all, end your turn. Just don't like it. Study at the end of your turn and shuffle an Insight into the draw pile. Notice the circle. This is a power. Once you play this, you get to have that power for the rest of the battle. So we'll get these Insights every turn all the time. There's also some neutral cards that could be for any class, because these are specific to ours. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 3 cards. At the start of your turn, add a random colorless card. You could do that. You can also potentially buy, other relics, potions. However, the first thing on our order to do thing is going to be card removal, and we're just going to get rid of the regret. I got no regrets. No regrets here. Sassadell, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're having fun. Thank you so much. So we now no longer have the regrets, and we still got a little cash left. We got 61. I don't mind picking this up. It's on sale. It's the only thing I can pick up, that and a potion. Hey, Snuggling, is this the inside scoop on Slay the Spire II? Oh, you know it. You know it. It is we're in the Slay the Spire II waiting room right now, and I've got to get the last character to Ascension 20. I've got the other 3 done, but this one is going to be a lot of work, because it's not my favorite. So that is the goal. That is the goal, my friend. All right, so we're going to leave, we're going to proceed, and now, with our 1 remaining Niao's Lament, we're going to fight an elite battle where they all have 1 health. And of course, I got no weapons. I got no attacks. Fine. Here, we'll get our 10 block. So now that we won't take any damage. I have 0 attacks. I cannot do anything. End the turn. I mean, I could, but whatever. These guys have unique abilities where these guys actually alternate every single time. So they'd add negative cards these days. It's just unplayable. It just fills up your deck. So once it cycles, I'm gonna have a bunch of these days, but we're not gonna worry about that. And then they alternate but with attacks. So they always do 10 damage or that. I think it was 8, but we're fighting Ascension 4. Bosses are deadlier, so now it's 10. Fortunately, we can just remove them. You love Slay the Spire gameplay? Of course! You gotta run? Alright, Sassadil, we'll see you later. Snuggling says that Rooster and I should do a co-op stream of Critter Defend. It would be hilarious. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think Rooster may have gone to bed, but if he's listening, I don't even know what the game is, but he and I can find out, and I'm all for it. Would love to do more Rooster co-ops. Highlight of my streaming career. So we have a new. This is a great option here, because what this is going to be is all my future rewards will give me a 4th card, and options are very powerful in this. So where's my 4th card? Future card. So it's not this one yet, I guess. Game Mantra is a whole nother thing we haven't talked about, but if I can get, this gives me 5. If I ever get 10, we get a whole super secret special power stance called Divinity, which gives a bunch of triple damage and a bunch of energy for 1 turn. Retain 7 block. When retained, increases block by 3. Oh yeah, so we saw this, but it was an unupgraded version. We have the upgraded. Or whenever we change stance, we can get blocked, but you have to play this thing. I could do the Mantra thing. It's just so expensive. Just so expensive. You played the demo. It was fun solo, but would it be even better with friends? I would imagine so. In fact, I think you and I talked about that one before, didn't we? So maybe we do need to look into it. Let's see. Want to play. Because already this is better than a regular defense card, right? Because it's 7 block, and we could potentially just scale it up. That's actually very powerful. To when you don't need it, you don't play it, and it just gets better. This is very situational. It's a whole build, and it costs 2. I'm almost never going to play it. I'm just going to click that. All right. Now, there was some curiosity about the powered-up enemy, and I commented that I don't need to do it to beat the Ascension. But I might need to do it just because chat wants to see it. If I go to the left, and if I have enough health to do 2 bosses, we could, and then we'd actually have 2 more relics, and I'm all about relics. If I go to the right, we only get the 1 more elite, not boss, elite, and that's not as much fun. 1 is not as much as 2, so we must go left. And to do that, we can stop at a campfire. I am not hurt, so we don't need to heal. And lo and behold, here is one way to get another key. I'd mentioned there's 3 different ways to get all 3. Like, each key has its own way. One of them is basically to waste a campfire. So I could get this and not benefit from either of these, but I'd have the key. Or we could upgrade a card in my deck, which would be the choice here. However, if we're gonna fight the elite boss for the key, I might as well get this other key. I'm not hurt. I might as well get this other key now. And then maybe we'll just go the whole way, at least because it's my very first live stream of Slay the Spire. I might have played it before, but I've never streamed it. So we've got 1 key. Let's go see if we can get another. Oh, this guy's awful. And his upgraded version is he now starts with regenerate 3, so he's always going to heal 3 every turn. So it's even worse. What this guy does is after the first round, he's going to give himself a buff that every time I play a skill card, he will increase his strength and hit me harder and harder and harder. So it's a race against time. Because of that, right now, I want to enter into the Wrath stage, but I really want to be able to exit that when he hits me back, and that's the Calm, which is right here, which means I won't be able to exit Wrath. But we might do it. I might actually. We might play some cards here. We might even. Okay. I'm gonna draw. we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna draw cards. Okay. And there was that card too. That would have been nice to have. But we're gonna get at least a little bit of extra damage here while the opportunity is here. I can play this that it does nothing. All right. 16 damage. That is the math now that we're taking double. He would be doing 8, but that is because we're doubling the damage. Now I could block 12 of it with a potion. I hate using up my potions. I'm a pack rat for consumables. But potentially it might be worth it. Yeah, Lackmine, he gets regen. That's the added hard mode version of the elite in order to earn the key. That's why he was on fire on the map. So he has regen, which is awful. Again, we're in a race against time, so if we kill him quickly, then the regen won't matter very much either. So what I want to do is I forgot we should have gotten that scry card because that would get me this back. I want to just go ahead and hit him with everything I've got. This will be, what, 24, 32 damage. And then we have to decide. He's going to get 2 strength. I think it'll be worth blocking 10 of it. And then retaining this for a future turn. I think that's my play. Or we could just play the potion and not get this. But this would let me shuffle an insight. Of course, insights are skills, which means I... do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I can do it right now. Oh, yeah, he's close enough to... Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Oh, forgot it's doubled. Okay, maybe I'll do the potion too. Because the goal is to actually just kill him next turn. That's why I wanted the insight. We're going to go all in next turn. But I want to avoid damage. This is 10 damage right here. I'm going to do it. I might be able to avoid all damage if I do this. Because he's going to hit me for 54. And of course, once again, we get no weapons. We're going to have to play the insight. We need the next 2 cards. Let's look at our deck. We need them to be attacks. We need attacks. Okay, Cat. I know you're locked in here with me because your sister closed the door behind her. You go find somewhere else. Because we're going to do 12, but we need to do 14 more. And so we are going to draw 2 cards, giving him even more strength. And right now, he's doing his ultimate attacks. He's going to hit me even harder. These need to be attacks. They are lovely. All right. We did it without taking any damage. We get our gold. We got a special thing which gives us 3 thorns permanently. So anytime they hit us, they take 3 damage. And we got our key. We're at 2 now. The explosive potion. We add a card. 4 cards as an option now. And we do have scry. And I recall I need to scry. There's that option again. Talk to the hand. Deals 5 damage whenever you attack this enemy. Gain 2 block. And I love that, by the way. Do like that a lot, especially if we have a lot of low-cost attacks. If that's my plan, we can do that. But I have 0 scry, which means we can't get that other card back. I like that because then offense is good defense here, right? Okay, and we found a treasure chest. And as you might expect, the last key is available by passing on a item. So if we don't get the letter opener, which every 3 skills we play, we would deal 5 damage to all, I can have my key. Now, the letter opener is great, but there are much better ones out there. And I don't think I'm going to necessarily build around this, especially if I'm planning on doing a low-cost attack build. You just saw me pass on a skill to get an attack, right? So skills are not really my thing. Let's get that key done now. All right, so we've got all the keys. Now we have to just survive to the very end of the game on Ascension 4 to get to the door. And that means more elites. Okay, now this is a real fight with these guys. You've seen them once before. So they're going to do the 2 each of the dazed, and then this guy attacks, and then they'll flip-flop. This guy will do dazed, and then they'll do 2. So next turn's the turn that I want to have all of the blocks, but of course I get it now. And they also have a artifact, which negates a debuff, which this is going to be a debuff, so I'm not going to get the benefit. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. It's generally easy to get 10 block. What's hard is to get the 20 block on the turns that these guys hit for 10 each, which means I'm going to focus fire down one of those 2 even though this guy has slightly less health. That's my plan. So we're going to attack. The sentry is now gone. We're going to defend. Defend. These are all free, remember. Defend. So now we don't take any damage here. And we're going to attack again. I'm going to save the miracle. Also, we have an explosive potion, which we can use. I feel like I've done way more talking than I usually do. It's probably because I'm just excited about this game. Okay. So we can enter calm and get 8 block and then probably just defend again. We'd have a total of, what, 13? Or we can get 10 and still get an attack in. And I think getting that extra defense... You'll notice I'm very protective of my health, and this is something I've learned from going into the higher ascensions. It gets very dicey. Every health point matters. So I'm trying to be very conservative with my health to retain and take as little damage as possible. Because I want to not have to heal on the various campfire spots. I want instead to be able to upgrade cards and all of that. We get the various benefits. Okay, so here's where we actually are going to enter into the eruption, I think. And then, well, do I need to? Yeah, because it's the only, otherwise we're not spending enough. So we're going to get 2 extra energy from exiting calm. He's going to get more damage. It's up to 20 now. Get this freebie attack in here. This will finish that, which is lovely. And then we are going to block. And the question is, do I block again? And I think I do. We'll end it there. We'll take our 3 damage. He'll take 3. And I was going to use the explosive potion, but now I don't know if I will. So now we have that advantage of the halt, right? So we'll get 9 extra block for the 12 to make this more plausible here, which means I can just stay in my wrath, which is good because I don't have a choice. But since I have 22 and he's only 20, we're going to preserve this, retain it. These dazed cards are ethereal. They will go away, but they did waste 3 card slots of my draw pool, right? So I didn't get to do any attacks. We were wasting our energy, so be it. He will take the thorns damage, so at least we're doing something. All right, so we're going to get our attack in, and then we might go ahead and do our vigilance and exit this so he'll be back down to 10 damage. And I could use this miracle and block the 2. That's actually very tempting. Got a bunch of attacks coming up. It'd be nice to just finish him off next turn. Take the 2. Ah, the dazed. Okay, well, because of the perseverance and the eruption, I think we will enter wrath anyway. So let's do that. It's doing 8 damage now. So, and then we can block this. I might not use the miracle after all. Should have used it the last turn. All attacks. 1, 2, and 3. So we took 12 damage. I'm a little sad about that. Your first attack each combat deals 8 extra damage. Very nice. Okay, another halt. How many? We have 2? We have 2, and they're not upgraded. Or we get another weave. I want that. I do. We just need to get some scries. Deal 8 damage if the enemy intends to attack. Enter calm. It would be nice to have another way to change stances. Or 5 damage to all. I like having a theme, though, because I like to have fun. Speaking of fun, the cultists are fun. They get to get stronger every turn. And so we want to not really let them do that. Get the insight. Doing 6 damage. Yeah, let's go for it. Attack. Give me another attack. Yeah, alright. Inner Peace. If you're in Calm, draw 4 cards. Otherwise, enter Calm. Crescendo, retain, enter. So this would let me enter Wrath whenever we want. We could just get a Scry, and we don't have any. This is so boring because the other ones are exciting. But, yep, there's the halt again every turn. Inner Peace is really nice, too. 4 card. That's so much of a card draw. We have no Scry. And do I have 2 of those now? The Weave? I do have 2 Weave. Oh, I have to. All right. We're back up to 137. I could go towards the shop and maybe get another relic, which is like my favorite thing to do. Alternatively, just go yonder and skip battles and not take extra damage. Get an extra campfire, which would let us upgrade cards. That might be the best. These might be shops. Who knows? No, that's a giant slime. All right. All right. So, do some damage. Whenever we attack him, we're going to get extra block. Now, his special thing is he splits when he gets half health. So it also cancels attack. So if we can get him down to, what, 34? Which I don't think we will with this. We'll discard that. Clicking discards it? Yeah, clicking discards it. And then we're just going to defend, right? Because I'm not going to be able to do that. So do we get the 8 and enter Calm or just 3? Yeah. Question is, do I go ahead and do Miracle to get the 3 more? Because again, I'm trying to prevent damage here and not have to rest at the base. And you saw how I didn't even... Oh, I guess I have another attack. That was a freebie. I didn't need to do that. All right, perfect. So he's not attacking. We can enter Wrath, do all the damage. And when he does split, he'll get the 10 health instead of like the 30. We're still in Wrath though, so it's still a little dangerous. We need to kill some of these off. All right. Can't draw another card, so we'll just do some defense. Perfect. And, okay. We had Thorns. Okay, deal 3 damage 3 times. Enter Wrath, shuffle this card, and you drop. That's amazing. I need to get Strength so that this will scale, it'll multiply it. Exit your stance, that would be a nice way to do that. 9 block and another Scry. Retain, enter Wrath, and exhaust. Yes, we moved all of these. Shuffle that card and you drop out, which means we get to do it so many times. But that entering Wrath is great, but I have very few ways to exit it. I'm gonna just go for this for the extra Scry. 8 plus 3 times. Well, if I have the strength for the damage to be 8. Oh, you're thinking at the first turn? Yes, it would have. Mistakes might have been made, my friend. Thank you for trying to help me. That's on me. Yes, this, if that was been first turn, we would have done 8 damage 3 times on top of the 3 it already had, right? Yeah, that would have been great. I am going to play this just to lower that cost down to 1. I think lowering the energy cost is super important. Okay, we can heal a bit. This is a cheaper card removal, which is great, and the heal actually would be justified. Now, if I survive the battle without taking any damage, we get a heal too. The boss battle coming up. So instead, I think we're going to remove. And I've got these halts. I already removed 1 defend. Normally, I'd remove a strike. It just felt like there was a lot of times where we weren't getting attacks. I'm going to do the other defend. Smith another card. This is another favorite thing of mine, is upgrading these cards is just so cool to me. So gaining 3 block every time we attack that enemy, especially on like a boss fight, that's a big deal. I want to do that one. Upgrading those damage, but we don't really have the build around it just yet. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Especially if we're going to be in Wrath a lot. That'll scale. All right. The slime boss. And he even has like a boss mobster hat to fit. This is I think the ideal starting boss for any run, because you can, due to the half health breakpoints, if you can get him to those breakpoints and avoid big damage. So it can be very helpful. He's not attacking this turn. He's going to do a negative effect on us, so we can do whatever damage we can do. I can do the... Check this out. We can do our combo. The Weave for 12 damage. Since... Oh, yeah, we're getting our +8. It won't matter which one we play because we're not multiplying it like that card would have done. But whenever you scry, return this to your hand. We can scry as well, so there's that. Since I have 3 energy, we can do 1, 2, and then 3. Scrying will now let me decide what is going to be in my next draw. Like, I would get a scry. This would be my next draw. So if I discard any of these, then we'll get something else. Because I'm not going to be in Wrath stance, I think we don't want Halt. And honestly, I'm not really excited about any of these. What else is... I can't click it. What else is in my deck? I kind of want to just, you know, discard all of them. And then the Weave comes back. If we can get him down to 70 health, he'll switch to the Split. Now, we want to make sure the Split happens when they're even lower health, because then we got 2 guys at 70. It's bad. Alright, so he threw a bunch of slimes in my deck. He's not attacking yet, so we can once again go back to Wrath, but I don't have any damage. I tried. I actually got rid of 2 of them. That's on me, I guess. No, we'll keep that. But we'll get the other one back. Yay. Shuffle an Insight. And we'll keep all the rest. Slime Crush! Yeah, so here's the big damage. He's going to do 76 because it's doubled. It would have been 30, which is big enough. Now it's a one-shot kill. Potentially, I could have had a card I don't, actually, to exit my stance. Instead, the main goal is just knock him down below 70 health. And ideally, way below that. So, let's try. We're going to hit him. Actually, I should have done this first to get the buff there. We're going to go ahead and use this to see what else I can find. Oh, he's already down below 70. And so we're just going to hit him 2 more times. So now the guys will have 43 health apiece. If I had another attack, I 100% would use it here. We could use the Explosion to bring it even another 10 health less. Like, it's a waste, but I could. I am tempted to do that. This guy can become 4 guys by the end, though, so having this on all is also very handy later. Hold off because I'm a pack rat. Alright. No attacks? So we can do 18 damage, which is not half of your health. I can do 18 damage and the Explosion. Which would be. But then we'd have 2 fairly high health on the next one. Because these guys, the same deal. They split. 13. What? Another 12, so 25. Enter Calm. He'd cut this in half, and we get the 8 more. Can't. Stop this madness. Yeah, we can just block it for a turn, I guess. Little sad. Okay, so now we're blocking. Oh, and I can't. I didn't realize. I actually could kind of still go. We do only do the 9 damage. No, let's continue to retain. We're safe. I'll get rid of this. Now we're not safe. No longer safe. Only 1 Weave's in the deck. The other Weave's here, sadly, because we've got 2 Scries, I think. Yeah. Alright. Well, we can't do any damage again, so we're going to have to defend this, which is silly. So we're up to 16. So he's doing, what is this? 36? Yeah, so we can just about 3. Be nice to get rid of one of these slimes as well. Just keep adding them. Are we gonna do enough damage? No, we got the 25%. Close. I still have my potion. We can do this again. And then if I use my potion, he doesn't get to attack me. Problem is, we'll have 2 guys at 14 health. Will this go down? It would be, what, 19? Yeah, we'll have 4 guys. 2 at 19 and 2. I think that's not a good idea. Because I won't have any AoE after that. And if all 4 decide to attack, bad news bears. Oh, he's going to split anyway because the... Oh, it'll be next turn, though. Alright, since you're not attacking and you're about to split, we need to bring your health down as low as possible. I guess I could have killed them, but it's whatever. We'll see if we can bring this guy down low without any... Oh, we have attacks. I guess I had enough defense. I didn't need to waste that yet. They're not attacking. We're good. Alright, so it should heal, I think, all of it. And now we get a rare card. 1 is upgraded. Retain, enter divinity, die next turn. That's right. That's a crowd pleaser for me to pick. It's awful, but it would be something that everyone else would enjoy. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it, which is kind of nice. I think I've only got the 1. This. It's not really the build. Not yet, anyway. Whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1. A little bit of that, or we can deal total damage and additional damage equal to the mantra gained this combat, which would be interesting, but we skipped a bunch of that. We're gonna pick 1. It is 1 damage, 12 attack, and I can pick up mantra later. I'm not doing much retaining yet. Again, all of these are things that can be built around. Like, we can make this free. And then I think the insight can be, it's already free. So I'm not really doing retaining. I'm not really creating cards. I don't want to die, so I'm going to click you. Okay. And then the boss relic. Violet Lotus. Whenever you enter exit calm, gain an additional energy. So we get 3 instead of 2. The Calling Bell. Upon picked up, obtain a unique curse and 3 relics. I love the relics. Or gain energy at the start of your turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn, which is very sad, especially if I gotta go with my low cost, high quantity cards. That's just gonna, it is a choker. Do we want to get the bell and get 3 relics? I'm not, you saw how, like, once I entered calm, I didn't have any way to get back out. Like, it wasn't something I was utilizing well. We need to find out. What relics will we get? I love relics. Here we go. The Curse of the Bell. It cannot be removed from my deck. Okay, at the end of your turn, gain 6 block. every 3 turns, every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain energy. And the Thread Needle, probably the best of the bunch here. Always get 4 plated armor at the start. Because this is when you don't have block, you get it. So this is situational. But this will always get it. Plated armor, every time you take damage, that number will go down. So it'll be 4 armor, and then if we take damage, it'll be 3. But at least it's some armor, and we'll prevent like the incidental damage. All right, now I do like to find if there's a path for multiple elites, so like the left and the right hand path here. Actually, these ones can all go there. 2. All of them are 2. Sometimes you have one where there's like an extra. You pick that path. More relics. The extra on the rests. Right hand side gets 3. Oh, so does left. Treasure's always the same. Merchants. I do have a little bit of money on hand. So we can get 2 merchants if we kind of don't stay on the far left. And unknowns are just... Hug the middle, we get the most. Oh, I feel kind of indifferent to all of these. Let's go for the early shop. Of course, our curse is already here. So we're going to have 4 armor no matter what. I think I can get this 6 as well for 10, but he's going to hit me twice. So we'll probably... We'll probably go ahead and get this 6 armor. Well, it'd be the same, won't it? So since it's the same, why don't we do a little science here? Because this is 6 or we get 6. Either way, we're getting the 4, but I don't know if this is going to trigger... No, wait, I already have armor. Never mind. This isn't going to trigger because of the scry. So, never mind. Ooh, but he takes the thorns twice. Every time we play a non-attack card, I'm going to get a dazed into my draw pile, which is this. We're running out of draw pile cards, so I'm going to get a lot of dazed here. But he's not attacking, so I can just do the offense. Both the weaves are here, so I can't scry. Oh, I do like Mark as well, but there's another scry. The follow-up, it's another energy. Whenever you scry, gains block. If we're gonna do the scry thing, this isn't bad. It's not bad. Oh, we don't have the golden idol. So we can get 5 max hit points, but lose 18, or just get cursed. Sad. Maybe this will be a heal? I could have taken the curse and then removed it. Oh my goodness. I cannot remove the curse of the bell. So we can remove another card, like just another defend or strike. Or we upgrade all of our defends and strikes, even though we're trying to get rid of them. Laxative Joe, thank you so much. Glad you're here. I'm just gonna remove. Ooh, this guy's tough. This guy is tough. So enter calm. This guy stacks the barricade. It doesn't go away. It just gets more and more. And I can't put my... he has 3 artifacts on him, so I can do this, but he won't actually get the debuff. So I'll do this. Do that. left. I think we will do Perseverance, because that'll give me 14. We won't take any damage. Although, I guess, once again, we could find out the 6. It will take 1 damage, but I'll lose one of my thing. I think this can trigger, because I don't have armor yet. So let me do one more attack if I find out. So let's find out. So if I do this, I currently don't have any armor, which should let this trigger. If the thread and needle trigger first, then I have armor, which won't let this trigger, but I think we're okay. Yeah, so they both trigger. He does get to do 1 damage, so we lost 1 plated armor, but we have done science! Okay. I can go all in on damage, but I don't think... Full damage, so this is 24. I have both weaves. We might be able to do it. We're gonna try. Cat, I can't see. Oh yeah. $16 damage at all, end your turn. 10 block. Yep, we have that. If you're in Wrath, apply 5 vulnerable. All enemies otherwise enter Wrath. I might enter Calm. I feel like entering Wrath has become a bit of an issue. I'm going to click that. All right, we wanted the shop. Kind of hoping that our random things would give me even more money because some of the best. This is the best item in the game. We're short. So the reason why this is one of the best items in the game is like the very, very last secret boss can hit you a massive amount of times for 1 damage each. And then you're just like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Whenever you shuffle your drop pile scry, that actually fits our build right very nicely. I could also do the Hand of Greed, which potentially can give us more gold in the future, but we'd have to use it 10 times to make a profit. I mean, it does 20 damage too, but... Divinity and then die. We do want to actually gain some mantra because we have that card that's going to scale with it, but I don't know how much I want to go into it. I'm going to grab this. And I mean, it is upgraded and everything. Okay. That's all. This is where I get into trouble because I'm just like, cards are fun and I'm not being efficient with my cards. All right, so if we heal 23, we are about to fight a mini boss, and I won't have, if I want to do him, then I won't have another heal between now and then, so I think I will heal. Because I'm looking at 2 bosses, is the thought. It wasn't an efficient heal, but... Okay, so we just enter Wrath. I am going to play this. So this guy will summon more of the little guys. The little guys will continually deal damage, but they have this minion thing, which means once we kill the big guy, these guys will run away. This guy's annoying because he adds shields all the time. This guy does damage and gets stronger if we don't kill him off. I think we're gonna... Well... I don't get to retain this, so we might as well just enter Wrath and go for it for a turn. I'm going to use Miracle. We're going to go ahead and take you out. Miracle. 14 damage to take you out, even though we're not going to get the benefit. No, I want the benefit. We're going to work on this guy. I'll keep that. Yeah, because I need the benefit for the 60 damage we're about to take. No, we're going to enter Calm. So he'll only do 30 damage, right? Yeah, it'll be 10 times 3. I say only. We're going to do both of the defense, I think. Might even... I don't like it. hit this guy, even though it's not going to do hardly any damage, it will give us a little bit of armor from our ability there. So we'll get 25 armor. We'll lose 1. It'll be all right. Let's take a little bit of thorns. He's gonna summon more guys. We're gonna gain that mantra, and then we'll use the brilliance. I think I'm gonna scry. We should get some of the cards back. Discard. Do I keep the strike? I might keep the strike. He's about to add a bunch more little guys. It'd be nice to get rid of something. I don't want to draw the cards just yet because I was going to see if we could scry, but I guess we can't. Let's go ahead and play. This guy's going to get stronger. Maybe I do ignore them. I think they do a debuff, though. Maybe get this guy down. That's tempting. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, I scried. That's right. Let's keep. Do we enter Wrath? I can kill one of them, and I can use Halt to block the other damage. I'm gonna do it. Problem is, I don't need more damage. Wasting all this energy. We've got to focus on the big guy. All right, there we go. Apply vulnerable to all enemies. Take him out? We'll do 9, because vulnerable means they take 50% more, so we can do 15 at 18. I'd have to hit him 3 times. Seems terrible. If I hit this guy a bunch, I can get the armor. We'll just ignore him for a turn. This should let me have these 2 back, or just 1 back. We got our armor up. Gonna summon again, isn't he? $24. I can do 36. We could double it. I think we can kill him. I hate using my potions, but I think we can kill him. 36. So what are we at? 60. 72. And then we just hit him with a strike or the weave. Yeah. Upgrade 2 random attacks. Random strike, but oh well. Into Wrath. Man, at the start of each turn, add a smite, which would be cool. Calm. Potentially a lot of damage. Really nice. I like powers too. I like the relics. I like upgrading things, and I like powers. Everything else is upgraded though. Let's get. I don't really like this guy. I guess I could have done calm for the other thing because I do have a way to get wrath. Attacks. Well, I've got this. Not gonna enter the wrath. We'll have 23. He'll still get to hit me once. Alright. Go time. Because he has a special power which, upon receiving damage, he gains blocks, so I didn't get to finish it. I would have. Vault! Take an extra turn after this one, but it ends your turn. Interesting. Like it. Ooh, every 5 cards in your deck heal whenever you enter a rest site. That's amazing because I have way too many cards in my deck. I've spent my money, so I don't think I want to go here. Could go off to the right and enter the rest sites. But then we miss out on... No. We got to get the... So let's go towards the middle. Get the 2 rest sites and this elite. And skip this because I don't have any money. Fuck! You were knocked unconscious! Grogging with throbbing head, you awaken to find yourself thrown into the center of a massive stadium with an overflowing audience of slavers, cultists, and other denizens of the city. An armored giant with a golden crown bellows at you from atop. We now begin the 4,200th combat. The gate opens. Hey, Zerg. All right. We are unwilling participants in this. I can enter Wrath, but I only have the 1 attack. I could then do more healing, but they're going to do double damage. It won't help. So I think it's just a defensive turn. We might be able to get the strike out. Got so many better cards. I'd rather just not have these. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to play that. And you with the net, you're the worst. So we're gonna take some damage here. I could do the power. It's gonna be there's another factor to this event, so that's probably the next thing. Save that for. I don't think I can, because this will do just 24, but I have no other damage. I thought we were getting some damage cards, but I guess I was wrong. They're all here. Well, we're not going to enter Wrath. I can retain it, though, which is nice. And there's this. So now I cannot play attacks this turn, which is when we get all that. That's the net that I was talking about. So we will calm, very calm about this. Get some mantra probably. We're gonna have 11 armor. We're gonna get hit for 17. I guess we're gonna do this. Okay. When I exit the stance, we're going to get a bunch of energy. I think we're just going to see how much damage I can do, but I don't think we can do quite enough. We'll have to draw something. Whenever you scry, we're not going to get the benefit of this because we're shuffling it. We're going to scry, but these are not going to be in the discard anymore. So that actually wasn't going to combo the way I thought it was. Okay, well, we're going to do it anyway. Then we can enter calm after. I don't necessarily need that. Well, it is an attack. Because I've got this. 6. I can't use it. And we'll take 1 damage, but that's acceptable. Well done, weakling. The giant mock claps. Whilst he riles up the crowd with exaggerated gestures. Gold and confetti shower you. Time for the real challenge. The last battle left a small opening in the Colosseum's wall. You can easily escape through there while everyone is distracted. Do you stay and fight? We can escape with cowardice, or a powerful fight with many. You know I have to. Even though we're not. This is nothing to do. We're trying to do Ascension mode here. Yeah, now we have a double Act 1 boss situation. Okay, we do get our +8. It's a new battle, so we get our +8. This guy's got to go first, I think. Nice to do 5 vulnerable, but I don't think we're going to be able to enter Wrath. This might be... It might actually be appropriate to grab this, huh? Maybe? I'd really like to save that for the boss fight, though. I'm gonna save it. We're greedy. So greedy. No attacks, really. This would be... I'm gonna get so buffed up from this because we're gonna play all these skills. Dislike everything about that. So we'll be at 22. He's hitting for 19, so we're okay. I don't need to use this. Okay. I've got 2 options to enter Wrath. And then I can exit Wrath once we draw cards. It's gonna make him so strong. And we didn't get it. We did not get it. I have no defense right now. It's, yeah, because we've got vulnerable on us. Oh my goodness. Do I just lose right here? So we can do the 13. I am going to use this. Zerg, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. These are not going to help me right now. We're getting hit for 43 damage. Take that back. 6 damage. All right. So we're gonna enter. We're actually gonna use both of these, I think. So we're gonna enter Wrath in order for this to do more damage. I need to kill this guy off. That's right. We get to scry. Very nice. Cannot exit Wrath because of the wounds. So, well, we only take 1. Again, I do like the Thread of Needle. It's very handy. Alright, we get double rewards. If you would die, we have an extra life. If you would die, heal 50% of your max hit points. Works once. And at the start of boss combats, heal 25. These are both very handy. 8 additional damage. End of your turn, shuffle an Insight. 8 damage. The last card played was an attack. This also applies a week. 7 damage. If last card play was a last card played this combat was an attack, gain it. So this is free if that's the case. Since we didn't do anything with like the multi-hits, this is not the way to go. I like the idea of getting more insights. Do I have a study already? We're only getting the 1 card that gives insight. This one. Oh, this one shuffles an insight as well. I can do it for 4 more damage. We're getting not much block, though. In fact, it's going to be better to not play any block at all, because we'll get the full 6 instead of 3. Nope, never mind. We got 3 now. Okay. I forgot all about that. You know what? Let's just go all in. Just be a little bit of extra damage. I'll do this, I'm gonna do that. So see how this is highlighted yellow? That means it's actually going to apply the weak. So we definitely want to use that on... It's doing 25% less damage. So 12. Can I do it? I can apply vulnerable. I don't have a way to get extra... like energy though. No, what, by exiting this we'll get extra energy. Yeah. Vulnerable. Scry should get us these back. Oh, it's not quite enough. Now it's enough. Omniscience! Choose a card in your draw pile, play the chosen card twice, and exhaust it. And then exhaust this. The damage scry and draw. We'd like to scry around here. 8 damage, the last card play was attack. Yeah, apply weak. I think we're just going to do this. And I do think we need to go and heal, and we want to fight this guy. This guy's too, actually. Oh, this might be a problem. I have no defense. I can't play these Wrath cards. I got rid of too many defense cards. This guy applies vulnerable to me when I die, so he hits even harder. That's all I'm doing. I'll have 10 armor, and I'm gonna get hit for 18. It's gonna hurt. This is gonna be bad, but we're not gonna go into Wrath. Okay, I can't exit Wrath. I could still enter it. He's got so much though. 69 to get through there. There's no way. I could scry and get 1 back here, but that's not much damage. So I'd be in Wrath. We do 24. Another 8, so 32. 40. We'd get 1 back. This thing would do 8 again, so 48. It's respectable, but we're not getting there. He hits me for 40 some. We're kind of in trouble here. Might just outright die. 10 armor, 16. Yeah, we're still 5 life, but that's about all we'll have. This gets a little block. Let my deck get too bloated, as I usually do. I'm only going to have just a little bit of block here, so I can get 8 more block. Get hit for 14. 1 more from that. Say it's bad. This can't even get through the armor. Oh. Oh, there goes the lizard tail already. Where was this been this whole time? Exhaust. Yeah, this costs 3. I can't play that. I don't know what I was thinking of that. I don't know. Somewhere in there I thought I had another attack, and I clearly don't, so I think I just lost. Thought we were going to kill this guy. Maybe it's because I was thinking in my head we were going to play this twice, and then I realized I had 3, and I don't, so GG. Punished for having too much fun. We kept building up silly things. I don't like this character very much, but it is the goal. It is the goal. So, all right. GG, friends. Respectable run. Remember, I haven't played in years. I'm a little rusty too. But I was hoping to at least, you know, get to the next ascension here. Lose your starting relic. Obtain a random boss relic? Sure. What's it going to be? Future card rewards of 2 less to choose from. Good. My decision skills have been letting me down, but we get an extra energy. Okay, but we don't get the freebie elite kills, sadly. And I'm not going to be going for the keys. Sorry. I need to actually get an ascension down today. That is the goal. Let's start with that much gold. I'd like to get... Let's just go on this left side. I have an extra energy. We don't get a choice. I mean, I could skip them. Retain, enter calm. Yeah, sure. There's a shop. Crescendo on sale, so we can enter Wrath. We have options here. This would have been so amazing. Miracle Plus in your hand at the start of your next that many turns. I don't. I mean, I can do this, but I don't like it. I'll grab this because it's on sale. And do we? Yeah. Or Black Cat here will not let me alone. Sadly, can't block that. I got rid of my defend. We're in fast mode. I was feeling like it's not in fast mode. Okay, gain block at a safety, which gains even more block. Sure. Probably inefficient. Regret. Got their thorns again. Damage 3 times, enter Wrath, shuffle this card. Okay. Learned a lesson, I think. I do have regrets. It's actually very good timing for that. Can't take long with these guys because they're just going to keep spamming the dazed, and then you just be unable to play. The timing's not working out for me to have like multiple hits with the Wrath. I guess we could enter Wrath first, then do the Tantrum. This will do 18 damage then. Oh, I can't do both. This costs 2. This can knock it down to 15 damage. This will knock it down to 10 damage. You're taking way more damage than I want to. I think we can take that out, maybe. Does it? 3 damage 3 times. It's 9 and 9, right? Like these are it's the same, whichever way I go. Got there, and we do have a heal item now. That's good. Exit your stance. I guess I feel bloated. I feel like we've got way too much bloat in our deck already. Don't feel good about it. Rest. Don't feel good about that either. Ideally, you don't rest at all. That's why we like to protect all the health we get. Oh, Sirheed. Already over here. I can feel the judgment coming from Sirheed. He sees me catching all the cards. He's right. He's right. I guilty as charged. I'm gonna add that. We're gonna retain that safety. Do I? Should have done it last turn if I was going to. But this guy makes us take way too much damage as it is. Alright, so every 3 attacks we get a block. Alright, we've got one. I'm skipping, and Sirheed's here. I have to... I can't let him see. This is gonna really hurt like our choices. So this is where we hope for the that question mark that we got last run. Don't get it. See, whenever you add a card to your deck, get cool. All the cards. This is awful. Enter Calm and potentially get, because we got another way to enter. Potentially get the 2 energy next turn. With all of our attacks. I could actually kill that and play this. I should have played that too. I have regrets. so hurt. End your turn. Of course, I'll forget about that every time I play it. Play all the attacks. 18 damage. This is another 18. That's 36. We're short there. I can potentially kill the one, or because this is all, but it ends my turn. I can potentially bring you down and take this one out. Just hurt the other one. And I could even. I can't do the Tranquility and Intercalm just yet. This would end my turn. So much damage. Mantra unblock. We're definitely not doing Mantra yet. I'm not. Sir Heed's judging me. I'm gonna take even more damage. It's so painful. Miserable. I think this run just needs to be, and I'm sure that my wish will be granted shortly. It just needs to be over. Despise this character now. Just make sure. Why are they all attacking? Don't they do other things? I don't like having these retains. They're not doing anything for me, and they're costing energy to do. It's costing hand space to do. Or the 4 damage. Oh, right. I'm not doing Scry this run either. We're gonna heal for 25, but it's not enough. Ooh, nice, we gotta play it again. That is handy. Good, good, good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fine. So we'll get this, we'll have Wrath. I should be able to cancel your attack. Snake oil. I don't want it. Block for each card in your hand. 4 block. Yeah, because the 2 cost. Seems terrible. Another energy, and all enemies gain a strength. Remove 2 cards from your deck. Yes. No longer gain gold. Seems terrible when I already have a gold item. But it is another energy. 5 energy. Five energy is a lot. Just saying. Now, we do want to get rid of cards. We've got to get rid of the regret. And we can get rid of a smite or something. 5 energy. Oh, let's get rid of this stuff. Alright. I was kind of thinking we weren't even going to get that far. So we're here. We're making progress. Got some shops to work with. Take on 3 bosses if we cut across the middle here. Not doing you. All right, let's go to the shop here and take the middle path, and then go to the right. 12 block. 2 though. This is not a good card. This is not a good card. I guess if you retain a bunch of things. I could draw 5 cards, randomize the costs, and get a lot of block. And maybe it'll even be cheaper. I actually wouldn't mind using one of these up because we're going to be full in a second. How silly would it be? What if we just did? What if we just did? Yeah, it's totally fine. 27 block, here we go. All is well. My 2 costs strike. I think we're gonna enter Wrath. I do have another energy potion. I might have to use it. This would let me exit Calm. It's 28 though, like we actually are only taking 1 damage right now. And no, now we're not taking any damage because of that. So I don't need to exit. If I did use the energy potion, the advantage would be he doesn't have armor currently, and I could attack a little bit, but let's just... It's only the 1 attack. It's not worth it. Okay, we want the 3 reductions of the plated armor, right? Or just we want him dead. Draw card. We love to draw cards. Okay. Store. Molten egg. Chemical X. This would be nice. I do really like the molten egg though. Sail on this. Block, apply weak. This turn. Oh, I do like Flurry of Blows as well. Okay. To do that and make this upgraded, go ahead and grab this. And that's all. Okay. I'm happy. Sort of. Sort of happy. Molten Egg is good. These guys. I need more tantrums is what it is. You will fall, and then... Can I get... Yes, I can. Do this too. I can retain that, so let's do this. Honestly, I don't even like that card. If the last card you play, apply 2 weak? Yeah. The snake! I very much dislike the snake. Ah! Confusion! Ooh. Okay, good things happened. Somewhat. We get to draw cards. Let's go ahead and get rid of these so we can actually draw the flurry. Oh, except you cost 3! No! And this costs 3. And this costs 3! Well, this should be enough, right? Sure. Sir Heed's judging me again. Whoa! Hold on, what are the kids doing? Hadash asks, what is this Slay the Spire? I actually had a little intro at the beginning of the whole stream. So if you are genuinely curious, I kind of talk about it. It's a roguelike deck builder. One of the most famous, and Slay the Spire II comes out next month. So we've got to be prepared. I do like this relic, even though it's silly. But it upgrades a random card in my hand every time. Only for that combat. And then we get a curse, and that's one of the worst curses, but you know, maybe you can fix it. Maybe. See that upgraded, so it's only 1 cost. I can do 30 damage to this guy. Let's enter Wrath and do that. Even more. A-okay. I'm gonna use some energy here. This. And then do we exit the stanza? We already, hold on, one more. No, this is counting 1. I need to do 2 more attacks for this to trigger again. So I can exit the stance and not take damage. Or do even more damage to this guy. I guess we'll exit. We did an okay amount just now. We did okay. Of course, now I don't get any damage. And he's dealing damage. Ah! Or kill the guy that's... Details. I wanted to maybe one-shot the boss. I don't know. probably gonna have to draw cards. I can't do 30 damage. We can block 16, 20 of it though, 21 of it without using anything. Well, then he takes another. We'd take another 9 from you. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Okay, can we just kill him? So we're doing 25% less damage. This will let us do more, but I don't know if this, like, it'll be what, 6 each? I don't think we can kill him. Well, I could potentially use the energy. I don't know the math of it. 9 and 9. It's not enough. Very sad. A lot of unnecessary damage taken there, but every time we play 3 attacks now, we'll get block and gain a dexterity. We have crescendo, right? Baby Druski says that was awesome. You're not wrong, bud. You're not wrong. All right, but sadly, I need to heal again. And we can kind of go back into the middle and still get our 2 things. Yeah, we could get a couple of heals in here. I don't like it. I don't really like this. Like, this is not my hero, guys. This is not my class. All right, we can do 30, 40 damage. Bad. Apply 2 weak and then use this to get, because I have to defend. Like, this is too much. We don't have to use that because I won't do it. Pain. Ah! Knew better than click that. Of course, I'm playing extra cards, but I have the pain. The pain. Oh, for some reason I thought that was the flurry of blows. I thought he was dead. I guess I can exit the stance and then enter calm. We can hit him twice more. I just won't have damage to do. Could have done calm first, then we'd have more energy. You know, I could kill this guy. We've got enough armor for the other one. Yeah, if we just enter Wrath, kill him. Okay. You do that because I can retain it. Ah! Clicking buttons. I feel like I have to heal again. If I'm going to go for another boss and it's been this rough, I've got to just keep healing. We at least have like the tongs or whatever to upgrade if I'm not actually getting regular upgrades. And this is a tough for a regular fight. Gelder asks, have we slain the Spire yet? I am a veteran, if you will, of the Slay the Spire. It's just been I've got a two years of rust on me. I have beaten. This is the 4th character. Before this character came out in a content patch, the other 3 characters I have actually beaten and gone all the way, maxed out the Ascension to 20. So this is the only one I haven't, and then I was kind of done with the game. This character came out. I came and checked it out, but it's not my favorite character. But I never finished it, and Slay the Spire II coming out next month. So now I gotta try. Paint. Oh, I need to get rid of this so badly. Got our healer to deal with. Intercom. Just retain it. So we're going to enter Wrath. Some damage. Could conclude, but I think that would be bad. I was planning on concluding. Oh goodness, I have to use this, don't I? All right. So, I guess I'm gonna drink this. The problem is that we exit the stances and all that, and I'm not gonna get the 32 damage I wanted. Some serious miscalculations happened here. I can get 11 block, and he'll get cut down to 14 damage. And I think we're not even... If I'm not going to click conclude, she gets to heal. You just enter calm, then exit it. Get the energy. I still have to drink this to do both of those, though. And then I'll still only have 3. I'll still only have 2 energy. Right, because I'll drink this. I got my 3. If I spend 1, 2... No, I think I can, right? Because this will let me enter the calm. 2, I exit calm, I get 3 back, and now I can play all these, right? So I didn't get to play this for very much. Matter much, but I can still conclude and kill that over there. Not ideal. Wallop! The last stream we were walloping things. Wallop. So 12, 18 damage coming our way. I can do this and not play safety, or I could just do halt. Yeah, if we do halt, then we could do 2 strikes. They're annoying ones. Both this turn, so we're just gonna do that. I forgot! I've got thorns! I could have killed him. It's okay. Wallop. If you're in calm, gain block. It's flooding my hand here again. So we are going to do this. Might have regrets. There's pain. Okay, so we can do 16. I can't, or 18. I can't kill this thing. I can kill this thing. I'm going to do this. 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 Do all the, take all the damage from that. This isn't the one where I change stances, it's just whenever, if I end the call. I think we're gonna go into Wrath. Try to get some damage on this. Might drink the Strength Potion. This thing has to go. He gets very scary. If I exit the stance, we'll get the attack again. We'll also not take damage from him. I could just enter Calm instead and have the... Yeah, I get the block for next turn. Let's do this. Oh, we don't get to retain that. Got a bit of AoE, 12 damage to all, so he can die. Also, we can exit. We can enter Wrath again, and I think I will. So we get the blow, the Fury blows. Now we're 24 damage. All those die. Do this. Some scrying. Any more damage? Sash Whip. Yes. And our strike cards can do 3 more. Created during combat upgrade. I actually am creating cards this run, right? This is creating it, and then this is creating... Yeah, we'll get upgraded versions. Yes, the old beggar, cloaked in fur, reaches his hands out towards you as he passes. Spare some coin. Yes, takes his cloak off to reveal he's a cleric. Our kind soul, receive my purification, he screams. I'm not sure if he's grateful or mad, but we can get rid... I'm grateful. Get rid of that pain. It's been a pain. What are we up against? This guy. What might I be wanting to upgrade? That free. I do like free. Free is a good cost. It's usually about my budget. This is already upgraded, right? Yeah. Upgraded. 4 block. 4 times. That'd be really nice. This getting 1 cheaper, important. Some really good value to be had. We are short, what, 26 health? So this we would get the full value of this heal. But for to all, can't kill it. No, well, I mean, we can. We just have to. We can't kill it with just that. Just that. So we'll do this. Pull it back into my draw pile because that's awesome. Do this. This will end my turn, but I can still do one more thing. Just not attacking. Okay, so we'll just end our turn here. Get 1 dexterity for future turns. apply 2 weak. That's nice. So can I squeeze this in? Well, it's 1, 2. It's only. I can enter calm. You only take 25. I think I can. We'll get a little extra armor from... Which thing is it? Whatever thing it is, it's giving me armor. Oh, no, that's the ability. I don't have that right now. Power. This one. I'm gonna go back to the tantrum, I think. That's some damage, and then we get to throw it right back in there and do it again next turn. Bad. Bad, ah! Tantrum again! Oh, but I'm doing so much less damage because of the weakened. The 4 decks. 18 damage to all. But it's not going to be 18 damage because I got to exit our stance. Can I play that twice? Or will end my turn first? No. I do know that we kind of need to kill them all and exit the stance as well. This is kind of an important turn here. I can try to play it twice. It's going to be 36, so everybody needs to have some damage on them. No, it's not, because we have to exit this or he's still hitting me for 75. Because that's a little bit of damage too. It's not going to be 18. It's just going to be 9 damage to each. I can't do it now. Get 5 calm from the water. Before, yeah, I can kill this one. Enter calm. Play it twice, maybe. Calm twice. Or get the dexterity and get 5 more. It'd just be 5. It's not amazing. Seeing as we're about to die. We're going so well. Should I play this twice? I think so. Oh, right. Neat. Alright. That's significantly more armor. Just have to play both, don't I? Okay. Time to do some damage again. 4 times. It's because it's my only way to enter Wrath right now. It's not going to be much damage. I'm going to use you to finish this. Back. wallop to finish. I honestly, I don't really like it. Costs so much. I can't play it. No, it's so bad. No longer rest. The snake. It's so bad. All of these are terrible. Baby Druski says, "Do the house." At least there's no downside to the house. It's underpowered. No longer rest at rest sites. I don't have a really good alternative heal, although I forgot I had this. I could have not had to rest last time. I can't do the snake. Can't stand it. You still want the house? Baby Druski says the house. Upgrade the defend. Neat. 10 damage less. Yeah, this was fine. What's their name? Do you remember their name? You were like 3 the last time I played this. You remember this? You remember the donut? It's a... Okay. It was like what? Deku and Dono? I think so. Something like that. Alright. Potentially can get 3. You just have either side has to cut to the middle. Actually, left side can't, right? The elites. Do I still try to go for... I really don't want to go for the... This is not a good build. I don't feel like anything we've got going for us is... keep thinking that if I have calm, I'll get 5 more armor, and it's the other power. At least this way we get to do another attack. This one. I absolutely should have played that first. Rookie mistake. 100% should have played that first. I guess it did. Lose all gold. I'm about to go to a shop, and the red mask, if it was vulnerable to all enemies. No. Now we could actually make that little combo. Can no longer become frail is actually kind of important. I don't know if that's something that's going to hit us on the boss. I don't remember well enough. And then just get rid of another card. Sir Heed's judging me. that's why these are doing more. Oh, it's the dapper-looking cheery goblin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. He's happy. Are we ready to spin, baby Druski? Okay, here we go. What's it gonna be? Damage. Of course it is. Yeah, we got damage. You lose. Price has been paid. Yep, we did. We took damage. Uh-oh, indeed, my young apprentice. So he gains strength every turn. Potentially I could Tantrum, Strike, and then Vigilance back out. It'd be nice to have the, like, water and get the extra thing. Yeah, we're just gonna... Okay. Well, we're gonna wallop. Got the armor. This is actually kind of nice. Oh no! The giant head! Of course, says Baby Druski. Not great. Again, just feel like I'm not getting an intercom, I guess. Can't do the eruption and both of these, but at least we can retain the smite. The only defense is getting the calm going. We don't need this. In the countdown. Should have played that first. Should have played those first. I am very rusty. We're still in Wrath. We're gonna Tantrum. So we're just gonna play all the attacks here. And he's 80 damage incoming. No, we're gonna keep that the way it is. Get the halt. This. Exit our stance. Down to 30 and we have the armor. But he's just going to keep hitting us. Ugh. I can enter Wrath, but I can't leave it. This is it. This is it. I can get a little bit of block, and maybe have just if we don't enter Wrath, we can make it. We can make it. Do that last because he'll take a little extra damage. So block, block, wallop. Good. I've had dinner delivered, and I don't think you guys want to watch, so I'll turn my camera off. We have all attacks now. We can draw a card. I don't think it's enough. Draw the card. Get the tantrum back again? Is it more than the whip here? This will be 20. And this will be 4 times of 24, so I guess? We can already apply the weak with this one. I don't... I think we're not quite there, chat! One more hit. Actually, if I had... Yes, Baby Druski's very excited that one more hit away, but we don't have the energy. If I was more efficient at the start, we could have done it. I'm sorry, bud. I don't want to let you down, but I have to hit end turn. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm so bad with this hero. Really do the daily climb. Should we mix it up once? Oh, it's the Watcher! No! Why? Ah! Random boss relic was kind of okay. We can remove a card. Next 3 comments. Let's look at the map. Do we have... Oh. So 1... 2, 3. We could potentially kill you with 1 health if none of these trigger a fight. Got the slime boss again. Or we could do 1, 2, 3 this way and have fewer chances of it not working. I have once or twice had it where this guy was close enough that we could trigger this guy with 1 health. So that's close enough, I think, to justify. It's an excellent card, because I get a scry, pick a card, and then actually draw it. We're gonna go to a shop. So let's get that relic. 5 max hit points is nice, but we need to do the shop. Ooh, okay. So, keep our strikes. Oh, it has to be a skill. Oh. I do like Mark. That's a fun build. The Carve Reality is probably the way to go. Retain that. Sadly, we won't have another vulnerable. Do we have enough? We don't have enough. So we do 9, and then we could make that 24 if I use this. Make this 6, so we'd have 39. It's not enough. So let's just attack. Now the question is the 5 block worth the extra damage he's going to get on me? Like this turn, it's worth it. But next turn, if I don't kill him next turn. I was kind of hoping to get our Wrath back. 12, 12, 9. Close. Wallop! Whoa! Oh, this one's amazing. Love that. Yeah, we're gonna do some lifts, get some strength. Draw 2 cards is handy. Oh, we meet again! A cheery, disheveled fellow approaches you gleefully. You do not know this man. It's me, Ranwood! Have any goods for me today? The usual. A fellow like me can't make it alone, you know. You eyed suspiciously and consider your options. Give him gold. Give a card. Not really attached to that. We're not doing a scry build or anything. I like the fact that with my strength, we'll have +3 strength, so this free card is going to double damage. Negate the next 2 curses. This won't actually apply the vulnerable, but at least now he can be hit. I'll take the 2 damage, I guess. Draw a card. 18. I could just go all in attacking, take this one out, and that saves me 10 damage. It's almost the same as the... Yeah, let's just... Ah! It's actually good that we got those out of our deck. Think because I don't have any energy. I don't think I can kill that. We're not going to enter wrath. No. Let's take full 10 damage, I guess. Right. Now we can dig it. We need all the rest sites. Neat. I haven't tried to do a mantra build. I feel like it's gonna be terrible. I keep forgetting that I'm drawing that card. I wanted it next turn. Set it to 0. Amazing. Baby Juices says that is a hammer rock. You're right. Should we get it? Okay. Okay, how greedy can I be? I can I can heal, or we can trust that we can take this guy out with no problem and we get some strength or relics. You want strong? Baby Druski says strong. He leaves no room for negotiation here. Alright. I'm gonna get myself in trouble again by playing for fun and not efficiency. You know, I could. We could do this, apply vulnerable. Our strikes have that extra damage, so they're gonna do more than the wallop. Okay, I don't want to bring him to 70 just yet. I'm not gonna enter Wrath. We'll just do this to get the smite. Out of health. I might just enter Calm. More energy. He'll do the big slime crush, but then we interrupt it now. Now he has significantly less health for the two halves to deal with. Sorry, bud, I couldn't kill the blue one because the other one was attacking us. We can't have that. We're all good. Took no damage, no regrets on the strength. Okay, Ethereal at the start of turn, gain an energy and increases. Really? Oh, but it costs 3, so we lose a turn to do it. 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 25 gold once per battle. That's pretty amazing, but again, lose a turn. Or take an extra turn and lose a turn. What are you trying to say here, game? Maybe just saying doing the red one.
Yeah, that game said that.
The game said it. Because we might get another energy here. Obtain potions. I can do without potions.
House again.
No house. We're trying to win this time, bud. Oh, yeah. The champion guy. So we could get 3 if we start either. I mean, we could do him, but no. We'll go out to the right and then cut to the middle. I don't want to draw the cards. Do we play the miracle? Druski says he is tired, and you're right, he is. Okay, so completely forgot that Wallop costs 2, and I was just gonna take them both out, or at least knock him down. But I was being fancy there with the 5. So that was awful. It was awful. Totally unnecessary. I gotta save these potions because we can't get any more. Damage, shuffle a through violence into your draw pile. Retain, deal 20. Not bad, but it costs 2. Scry, another crush joints. I think we're gonna go to this shop and we'll try to see if we can get even more money here. Or a battle. Is it worth it just because he's vulnerable? Okay, yeah, we can. Okay. Judged. Say adios. All right. Unassuming cathedral chat. Naturally, you join the line and quickly surrounded by cultists. It's a shark that's eating the mountain? It's a bird, but it's a bird. So we can grab the dagger, which we can build up to be pretty strong. It's a little late for it. We're about to go to a shop. Let's just do that. Because we can get this. We're definitely getting the tungsten rod. Beyond that, I might just remove another card. Doing the 4 damage twice is not bad because it's actually 6. Sorry about that. I'm back. It's the Snecko! Draw cards because he's going to make them all terrible in a second. So we shuffle this in, then we scry. I don't know what the cost of these are going to be, so this might be a 0 cost. I never know. Nope, no, it's not. Oh, can't use my potions. Save them for bosses. Choose 1 of 3 attacks of any color to add into your hand. That can be really powerful. That was last run, maybe? This is just fine. There's nothing wrong with this, but this is exciting. Who knows what we'll get? Cards from other decks. We're gonna do this right away, I think. Vulnerable. The wallop. Okay. I need a better way to get the stances. I guess this is just, we're just not building around it, I guess. 16 armor. Kill you off, and I don't take damage. She doesn't get to heal him. Can't make you vulnerable. I'm gonna take the 14 damage this time. Miracle Plus in your hand at the start of your next X turns. This one is so... I like it. We're not changing stances. It's just not this build. Oh no, the book. I think the book has ended... The Book of Stabbing has ended the most runs for me. This has ended so many runs. What are we gonna get? So I can't use that. Apply weak. Apply weak, I guess. Defensively. Could do this just to get the smite into my hand. You know, he's vulnerable for a turn. Couldn't exit the stance. If I do this, so it'd be, well, that's 56 and then 77. No. There, not even for the judgment, I'd be one short anyway. So we're just gonna do this here. Not gonna go into wrath. I can't use this. I don't know what I was thinking there. Draw the defend. Oh, there's the other scry. Ah, I keep messing up the scries. This one we draw. Apply vulnerable, that won't matter. Just do 12 damage? I don't know if that matters. 16. Book is crazy. Alone. Oh, right, we always get to start with this skill. You did say adios. I could start with judgment. It's rarely gonna work. I could just do this and just see what we get. Another judgment. Exciting. Heal card. Kind of need to keep my defense at this point. Not added much defense. We originally wanted this middle plan, but I can't. I cannot. I mean, we can negate the next two curses anyway, so this isn't going to matter. Maybe Druski wanted to kill. I have to heal. My weak. Mostly because it's free is why I'm picking it. And I gotta go for this guy first because he basically gives me a wasted turn if I'm not careful. We can try to get somebody below... Nope, I should have counted. I couldn't really count, but I should have counted. I can't use the judgment. We're only going to be able to do 16 damage. That would have been ideal, huh? This is really bad. Really bad. None of these have to be played right now. Become weakened. So many things to do and I have to rest. So bad. Gain the artifact and kill this guy first this time. Now he doesn't get to apply vulnerable to me. Skill, they need me to play a skill. Wait a minute, we need to do the vulnerable, right? We're gonna play this. Apply 2 weak. Channel a dark. No. Shuffle a wound. These are pretty bad. Pretty bad. Skip that. Just gonna take all the damage. I'll have to heal back up again. Judged. haven't gotten a single relic from this. This guy's tough, so I had to. This guy's not easy. I might be using these. I don't know because we're gonna probably enter Wrath, play another attack, Miracle, and get back out. Vulnerable, but that doesn't all that much. No, I can't do that many attacks. I can do this. Just 20 damage instead of 18. Calm. Can't play anything. This would be when we actually want to play it, except we're about to just take a massive hit. Cost 0. Potentially. Looking at potentially getting like entering calm, but that won't do me any good. Actually draw 2 more cards with Sanctify. We do still have like the Crescendo, which costs 0. If I were to enter Calm and then Wrath, get some energy, but it's not going to do much good. I'm just trying to find a way to play this Diva form, but it's on a turn like this where, yeah, I'm sorry, we actually are already in Wrath, aren't we? So I could potentially get that and enter Calm. You won't be doing nearly as much damage. I think that's worth it. Much more manageable. We'll get lots of energy now. Wallop. 10 damage 3 times. Almost. I'm not taking any damage. I could just play this. I think he'll reset his health, right? Unless I can kill him before he does it. Vulnerable. Tantrum. He doesn't get to reset. All right, I'll take it. I will take that. The 10 damage. A fatal upgrade a random card in your deck. That's awesome. Also awesome. That would be great on a boss fight like I just had where I potentially can have a lot of energy. I'm not doing the omniscience. Move 2 cards. RC enemy intense. Transform 3 and upgrade. These are awful. I actually wanted to have one where it prevents the next curses. It's awful. Need to remove. I mean, I sort of could, but I don't need to. I have to be able to see enemy intense. I can't. What would I transform? I don't really need to scry. Actually, if we're going to get rid of that, we might as well get rid of the regular defense. So 1, 2, 3, but then we have no block. You could get rid of the strikes. It's just the strikes they're actually 9 damage. So they're decent. Worst. 3 on the right. Shop. Go for that shop and maybe skip this one. It's handy for this fight. I can judge one, but they all come back. I mean, it still would, like, slow them down, but it's not ideal. Judged. Yeah, so the strike plus is actually where most damage, which is what we're looking for. Although 2 weak is at least it'll be around next turn. I don't know why they didn't trigger. Last card play was an attack. Oh, the judgment was not an attack. Oh, you have 1 health too much. This one comes back, but it's only half health. I don't know. It's kind of a mess, is what it is. Does the other one... I think the other one's enough damage to one-shot him. This actually worked out okay last time. Having some sort of AoE was nice. We're trying to go to a shop again every time this shows up. Really care for the red mask? It's thorns. That's 6 damage. Wait for next turn to get some armor again. Maybe. Oh, begin to fall. Lose judgment, lose uniform, lose conclude. No. Just leave this party. So we can judge this thing, but I'm wondering about going for the middle one just because I don't have any defense and judge that instead. Wow. Baron Wrath. Hopefully we can take out the other one. Hopefully. Easy peasy. This is X+1 turns, which means this is a freebie to cast. I can cast this for 0. I'm not going to be in calm. I thought that was damage to all. Is that not damage to all? No, it's not. Hmm. It's expensive then. I just avoid the 6 damage. Take it out. Seems kind of inefficient. Now I have nothing to defend with. Ow. Potentially draw 1 card. It's not going to help. Let's retain. Can't do 130 damage, right? I've got 5 energy. I can go into Wrath. 20, 20. Draw a bunch of cards. Miracle Plus. I can at least draw a bunch of cards and Vigilance back out, maybe? But I'm not going to have that much energy. Gain a lot of block that way. $33, 48. Close. I think we can do it. Gain a mantra. I'm gonna get so confused with that. Let's just do this. Once again, like 4th time in a row, I've got to keep healing. Can't dig, can't lift. Getting massively difficult fights. Retain the other one, I guess. Do you want to do this just to retain it? No. Yeah, we can retain that. I draw cards, I won't have any energy. I guess I've got 1 miracle. Kid Crescendo! Can trade my 1 miracle for Miracle Plus. Okay. Time to do some damage. Vulnerable. Or, I guess more vulnerable. I always want to try a pressure points build, but it feels really late to do that, so I'm gonna do this. Random skill upgrades. Nice. 40 for this one. Nice. Oh no! Here we are again. What have I done? Good channel of frost. Okay. We'll channel the frost, but I don't think we're gonna play the miracle. Oh, I thought it gave you a slot. I genuinely thought I would get the slot for it. I thought that's what it did. Maybe that changed, but maybe I was just wrong. Okay. Yeah, and because I'm not able to do vulnerable or wrath right now, I figure not the turn to do a big move. Although I might play that right now. Well, Judgment's not going to help me this turn. Only attack. I can't draw anything else, so let's just... We're going to play him anyway, aren't we? Just to add... So what... I never mentioned this. He has a mechanic, the slow thing. Whenever you play a card, he receives 10% more damage this turn. So I just got 2 extra damage on this eruption. That's all I was doing here. Now we're in Wrath, and hopefully next turn we can do something. Put vulnerable on him. Do more vulnerable on him. I've got 4 attacks here. I can just do them. We're in Wrath. He's vulnerable. Let's just go for it. Just do the retain. That's right. We kind of want to exit this, don't we? I can do one more scry. And then miracle out, like miracle for it. 43 damage is pretty decent. So just defend plus. We can't get any of it, right? Seven energy. Decent damage with this. Question is, in what order do we want to play everything? Because if I play this first, we get fewer cards, but then the ones I currently have will do a bit more damage. Definitely want to apply to weak. I think with weak, the wallop will do sufficient defense. I'm not going to play the defend here, but I think I will play my 3 attacks and then scrawl, get more. Now we can draw this many more cards. Close. A wallop. And a judgment. We have vindicated ourselves. I've never actually seen this. Stardew Combat Calm. That's really awesome. More tantrums. I do like that one. Yeah. Still take some damage though. And we can, it's not the best use of it, but I don't think there's that many more curses happening. We're going to take the heal. Madness is actually a fairly decent card, but I can't take the damage. Not if we're going to go for this here. Now we know we can't channel. $15 damage incoming. I don't want to keep drawing these together. Make a note of that. Let's not keep doing it. The wallop. Did we do the scrawl at all? I think so. Because it exhausts once we do. I think we just attack and wallop. Perfect timing for that. He's only going to take half, like 1 damage on every other turn. That's I didn't mention it, but that's what's going on here. 1 damage every other turn, and he's going to cast some spell. Maybe we're immune to it because we can't be weakened. I could, well, we'll just retain that. $45 incoming damage. I can block 5 of it. If I go into Wrath, we get a bunch of energy. Give him vulnerable. But we're not getting lethal, and we're gonna take that much more damage. Can I get back out of Wrath? No. I cannot. Not cool. So yeah, 40 damage. I should have done this one because we'll get a better version. But we'll have 7 health. That'd be neat. 3 health. I'd take it back. Got some damage cards and we can't use them. I mean, I can use them, but if I change out of Calm, we get all this energy and we can't do anything with it. Kind of a huge waste. Might be GG here. I do not have a way to exit Wrath if I were to enter it. Giant Fall. Baby Druski wants me to play the Giant Fall. Is it the rock? What am I talking about? This? This? Giant Fall. I don't have any benefit to doing it. We're gonna get a random card, I think. 30 block, panic button. That's what we're doing, is the panic button. I still can't enter Wrath, I don't think. We have all this energy, but I can't really utilize any of it. I mean, I guess we could scry, get this to draw 2 cards, or scry for the other. Like, we can kind of maybe get something, but we'll have 8 energy. Surely we can do something with that. Problem is, I'm living right now. If I enter Wrath, he gets 66 damage and we die. If I don't kill him, I have to do 121 damage in 1 turn. Baby Druski's convinced I can do it. I'm gonna not draw this so we can draw the 2 here. I'll draw it now. We can't get block for 2 turns, so those aren't helping. Can't get block with that either. Should I have done it? Can't get any more cards, right? Like it's, but this would do 44. This would do 16, another 24. I think we kind of can, actually. What was I thinking? I could do this. Okay. We did do it, bud. Vulnerable. Now we have to get through 2 more fights without losing 3 health. And they've got thorns. Oh my goodness. That's doable either. Vulnerable to all. I have no armor. I'm just dead. I have no armor. Well, I can scrawl. Judgment. So I can get 8 armor here. I do 11 damage to you. Do 11 damage. Judge. Wait a minute, I could judge that guy too. Oh my goodness. I need the other judge. The block is just kind of, now we can get rid of the blocks there. Okay, so you know there's another judge in there somewhere. It's doable, right? Somewhere. It comes down to what we can scry. This dazed might be what killed me. With no armor. Scry something good. Can we get lethal with this? I guess I could have done that first. Alright, alright, we're still in this. There's the judgment. Alright, 1 down of the 2 that we needed to do. And I can't really go into powers because if we make it to the boss is gonna just destroy me for that. The maw. Oh no. Do Scry, maybe I can get some damage in this turn. Eruption. Should have done the vulnerable. Oh well. Just attack him. Vulnerable. Oh. All right, we made it to the boss. Never got to use the dig. Didn't even get all 3 of the strength. Very sad, but we got to the boss. This is a very tough one, especially because I don't have any AoE. Very tough. So whenever you play a power card, he gains strength. And I don't have enough defense here. Get something. Not entering Wrath. No damage. I wanted to do Judgment on somebody with more health, but I think since I'm not doing anything else, I'm just taking 20. I'm just dead. I don't have any. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't have any defense. Baby Druski's in the state of denial, saying I am not dead. I think I am, but I don't have any defense for this 22 damage coming in. Not dead? Let's see. Because that's all I could do. Okay, well. We're dead now, bud. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I've never liked this hero, but I feel like we had at least a better kind of better run. We took so much damage. I needed 1 healing item. So that way we could have actually utilized all the rest spots. Because we should have had so much more. Alright, Baby Druski is going to be very sad about this, but I believe I need to call it there. It's a shorter stream today. I had a much later start. But it is what it is. I've got work in the morning. If you are new to the channel, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll probably continue to play some more Slay the Spire in the near future because, after all, Slay the Spire II coming out. Very excited about that. But if you are new to the channel, I hope that you enjoyed it, that you will do all of the subscribing, the following, all of those things to stick around to make sure you don't miss the next one. I do have a Discord. I'll share the link here in just a second. On it, Daddy's trying to talk, bud. On it, you can have a whole section, not just on gaming and some other fun stuff. I've got a whole section on like creativity and being able to make stuff. Mrs. Druski likes to check that for swapping recipes with people. But I have another section all on faith. If you ever have any questions as a pastor, I want to be able to be available to you to answer any questions or just to pray for you. Pray for you all before every stream. And I just want to encourage you like you guys encourage me. There's some other fun stuff in my Discord, as well as in my descriptions and my About section you can find out there as well. But I'm just glad you guys are here, and I hope to see you on Thursday. I don't stream on Wednesdays. It is Tuesday, and I will see you then. I hope everyone has a wonderful day tomorrow. Good night. God bless.